So I've not touched upon this for so long for a reason, but I'll tell you a story. Right. So I was in my fourth year of college, under graduation, BTech in computer science and engineering. Okay. And I was very much into computer vision. Okay. I used to think that, okay, computer vision is my thing. I used to relate with a lot of images and stuff. So one of my professors came and told me that, Kush, I understand you are interested in this field, right? I understand that you are passionate about it, but be a bit more flexible, learn everything that comes your way. Okay, so like for example, in DBMS, database and management system, I used to take it lightly. That, I mean, not lightly as in that I'll not do the course, I'll not do the assignments and all, but I was not the most active student in the course at that time, right? And my professors would have loved me to be a bit more religious, if I have to pick a word, right? And that's something that I understood after graduation, because when I started doing computer vision in a few startups I had joined, I realized I really liked development more than computer vision. Maybe I was more like I was more in an exploratory stage, and I kind of ran away from the fact, right? I was very strongly opinionated about myself that yes, this is what I want to do, right? And that's something that I missed out on maybe in the initial few years. But I'm very happy now that I'm in a field that I enjoy right now. But I'm very much open to as well that, okay, if 2 years down the line, if I have to do something else, I will consider, right? I may not do it. I might end up doing the same thing that I'm doing right now as well, right? So a lot of X factor things come when you know a single thing very, very well, but you also know other things, at least you know the terms and all, right? So for us, for example, for computer science engineers, I think it's very important to know how a operating system works, right? How an operating system works, sorry, right? How does a text editor work, for example? It's not really like on the top of, like, on the top level, right? You don't have to know, okay, what kind of data structures are used and all, right? Like in interviews they ask you these questions, right? How does an executable file work? What happens when you go to http google.com? What happens after that, right? How does a request call is make like how does a request call work, for example? So these things may not be like the best questions in interviews. I can't argue on that. I don't know enough about it. I'm not senior enough to comment on that as well. But I'm just saying, like, be as flexible as you can, be opinionated, but don't be strongly opinionated that you don't end up listening to people, right? I've seen so many youngsters in Bangalore nowadays that no, Rust is a language to go, we should rewrite everything in Rust, or we should not rewrite anything in Rust. I'm like, sometimes just listen to people, okay? Like when you're in meetups and all, I see this enthusiasm in people that they want to be involved in a discussion, which is great. Yes, I understand, like, they're enthu for, being involved in something. Maybe they have this fear of missing out on something, right? But at the same point of time, you should be listening to the experienced folks, grasp as much as you can at that point of time, ask as many questions as possible, and if they are asking a question, cross question, then answer. But sometimes just being a really, really good listener helps a lot, right? For example, right now this guy is just listening to me, right? He's not like arguing to me that no, this is wrong, right? He's just listening, right? Assuming that he's here. Yeah, there you go, right? I got 3 more months before I graduate. Tabhi I'm surprised that it's me who pushes the code to prod with no code reviews and then deploy to prod. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm here. Like, you see, this guy was just listening. He did not argue. He did not say that no, this is wrong, this is right. Yeah, exactly, right? So that's what I mean. Sometimes you just need to have that, I don't know what you call it, a skill to listen, right? And as much as you can. Like for example, there was this React meetup in Bangalore, and I don't know React at all. I'm not even interested in learning it right now. But I did not go to attend the React talks. Okay, with due respect, because I don't know enough about it, and I'm not in that field right now, and I don't have time to attend all the meetups of all the languages. But there was this guy who was coming up, he works for a browser company, right? Vivek, you guys can check him out on Twitter. So he's the only browser company engineer in India. So I just went to meet him there, right? And when I met him, I just wanted to listen to his opinion and listen to his thoughts, because he has been working on browsers for so long, and I wanted to be involved in browsers or something of that sort in my passion projects or something, hobby projects maybe, right? So I just went and talked to him for 2 hours or something. just knowing whatever he knows, right, and getting his opinions. Maybe I'll not end up following all of them. Maybe I'm not capable enough right now, whatever it could be. But just knowing that how he feels about things opens up your mind a lot, right? So I mean, do that as much as possible. It's an advice to everyone who is in computer science, right? Know your field, right? Know what is engineering, know what is computer science, right? Don't just think that coding is a part. If you like, for example, a small thing, right? In a company, right? If you're asked to do Python, right, and you want to optimize something, you end up using multi-threading as an example, right? But you should be curious enough to know how does multi-threading work. If you are, if you want to progress in this field, or if you like, you should have these questions. And by should, I mean it would be nice that you have those questions. People survive without having those questions as well. It's all good, right? But what I mean is, you should know and go and figure out what is GIL, what is global interpreter lock, how is it being removed. You should always know when to stop, to be honest. You should not like end up being like, okay, I'm now gonna go to the whole Python code base, look at how it's implemented. No, I mean, if you're curious, sure, but your work is work. Also, yeah, I agree with you. I don't hold strong opinions. All I do is learn as much as I can while I can. Right now it is LLMs, back then it was DL, next time is blockchain, then bioinformatics. Yeah, right. See, you have a path to follow. As I said, follow the T level, right? You know enough about things, and then you go into depth in the thing that you like a lot, right? I really strongly believe in that as well. Same with projects. You should not end up doing one single project in your whole life, because it's a competitive market, right? You need to deliver fast as well. You can't just be like, okay, I'm building something, it will be ready in 10 years. Sure, maybe you will get a novel, no, prize for that, Nobel Prize for that. But the point is, you have to survive, you have to earn money as well. So what that means is, like, be like browser company, for example. They started with Arc browser. They started with only Mac. Then they brought it to Windows. Then they're slowly figuring out what to do and all. But now they're in the market, right? So that's what I believe. Like, be in the market. Don't be very strongly opinionated that you don't end up listening to other people. At the same point of time, it's very normal to have opinions, and kind of expressing them is totally fine. Multi-threading should be the last thing you do. Data is Cooper. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, yeah, debatable, but yes, that's a statement to make, right? All right, but that's my thoughts on this. I hope everyone succeeds in life. Definition of success is onto them, to be honest. But I hope people start taking life more sincerely and religiously. Whatever you do, you're responsible, right? Freedom comes with responsibility. All these resources we are using, we should be responsible enough to do something out of it, right? That's a philosophical lesson. Thank you for listening. Thank you.